Hello and welcome back to Sun.
Plus one.
And I'm Chris.
And I'm Cheryl. And today we're in Coplay. We're at the Saylor's Park. We're visiting the Coplay Cement Company kilns. Right back there.
Wow, are those huge. Alright, let's go look at these.
Welcome to Saylor Park, the father of Portland cement industry in America. David Oliver Saylor was born on October 20, 1827, in Hanover Township, Lehigh County. In 1866, he organized the Coplay Cement Company for the manufacture of natural cement. He soon began experiments to produce Portland cement. In 1871, he was granted a patent on his process with the help of John W. Eckert. The process was improved, and in 1876, Saylor's Portland Cement received an award at the Centennial Exposition. His was the moving spirit in the founding of the American Portland cement industry. He died on July 21st, 1884. And that was a little hard to read, but we read it. And the trees are in our way, but we will soon see these cement kilns. And there are a lot of information boards. A little bit I'll read of it, but the rest, I'm just going to pause for a second over the picture, and then you can pause the video and read the ones you want to. And here's a little plaque talking about how Coplay made cement and cement made Coplay. And I'll put it up here if you want to read it and pause. And the kilns are an iconic feature of the area, representative of the history of Coplay in the Lehigh Valley. Not only are they recognized for their social and historical importance in the community, but are nationally recognized on the National Register of Historic Places. Since the kilns have discontinued use in 1904, they have been exposed to conditions that have left them susceptible to decades of water infiltration. The damage of the water infiltration has manifested in brick loss, cracking, steel corrosion, and vegetation growth, which has further accelerated the deterioration of the kilns. And here are the kilns, and I believe they're 90 foot. And they are huge. And let me get back a little farther. They're so huge to try to get them in here. And here's another plaque about saving the kilns. And I'll go up to it, and if you want, you can pause and read it. I can see what they mean by it's deteriorating. You can see right there, the brick, and pan up. And, you know, the foliage stuck in it, and but I'm actually amazed that they're in this good a shape. That's the way to travel.
Boy, all she does is eat whole-based plant food.
I'm just going to walk around because these are so huge. And walk around and show them to you, and then pan out. And I'm going to keep walking back because these are so huge, it's hard to get them in the whole shot. And they're fenced in, so you can't get close up to them. That's a shame. Okay, now let's see if we can get some more. of the one side. These are huge. Now let's go on the other side. Here's some more towards the back side. And I'll stop and pan up. These are huge. And like I said, I think they said they were 90 feet tall. I think I read that. That seems about right. And we got this fence in the way. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can put the camera over the fence. Well, maybe I can. Well, I don't think that'll work real well. But here's the other side. And these are huge. Chris, how would you have liked to work at this place?
I don't think so. It looks like a really dusty and dirty place.
Well, yeah, cement and cement dust, that would be dirty and dusty.
Yeah.
What's more important, you probably get that into your lungs and probably have lung problems.
Oh, yeah.
Over time, of course.
Yeah.
Because what happens when cement hits water? You know, so I'm assuming that wouldn't be very good for your lung health. But there is another plaque over here, and it's inside this fence, but look at the fence is busted, so maybe I can stick the camera through there and see it. Well, if I stick it too far in there, it doesn't work real good too because it's too close, but the School for Kilns Portland cement is essentially an artificial product. It is made by burning various minerals in a kiln at intense heat to produce clinker. The upright dome kiln was the first type used in America. An improvement was the Schoeffer vertical kiln with chambers for heating, burning, and cooling the material. The kiln was in continuous production, except when closed for repairs. Coplay Cement Company built the kilns preserved in Saylor's Park in 1892 through 1893 and operated them until 1904. They were replaced by the rotary kiln, one of the most important advances in cement manufacture. For more than 100 years, the Saylor's kilns had stood as red brick sentinels, protecting Coplay's ties to the cement industry that gave it life. The origins of the Saylor kilns. These are the world's only remaining continuous firing vertical cement kilns, also known as Schoeffer kilns. They were the last major innovation of vertical kiln technology when they were constructed as Coplay Cement Mill B in 1892. The kilns operated for only a decade. As demand for Portland cement soared, the industry adopted the even more efficient and productive horizontal rotary kiln. The School for Kilns were shut down about 1904, and Mill B was converted to a bagging house. The continued use of the building surrounding the kilns was probably one key to the preservation. Successful cement plants like Coplay frequently demolished old structures as the industry's technology improved. In 1951, the kilns were scheduled to be torn down, but instead were shortened by 40 feet for safety reasons. Lehigh County created Saylor's Park in 1976, in part to ensure the preservation of these symbols of Coplay cement heritage, but much restoration is still needed.
Somebody call a mason here.
You're right, they sure are deteriorating.
This one I think needs a tree cutter. I think someone needs to cut the grass up there.
Just one more look at these kilns while they're still standing, because they are deteriorating. It's nice to have all this stuff documented. And what's so great about the Saylor's Park is it hooks right up to the Ironton Rail Trail. And we're gonna go a little ways down. We're not hiking the whole thing today because we got another 90-some degree day. But we are gonna be doing it. But we're gonna give you a little sneak peek. Hey, look at this cool bench. That's pretty cool. And yes, this is the Ironton Rail Trail. Sneak peek. And isn't this cool too? Yep, just a sneak peek of the Ironton Rail Trail. And we're gonna be back here really soon. And what is the Ironton Rail Trail? It was once an active rail line. The train shipped Pennsylvania coal, lumber, and ore to larger markets such as Philadelphia and New York and returned with finished goods. And it's a beautiful path. So we really do hope that you enjoyed looking at those kilns and getting a sneak peek of the Ironton Rail Trail that we're going to be on soon. And isn't this beautiful? Just think you're walking, enjoying yourself, and then you come across this. And there's so many more fascinating things on this Ironton Rail Trail behind me that we're going to see. So you don't want to miss that video. I can't even get grass to grow in part of my yard, but yet you got all this growing out of just brick. But Chris is right. There is a lot of foliage growing in between all the brick. Isn't it funny how that can grow like that? I sure do like when they preserve history. So you always want to listen, stop, and look, and explore your world. Well, we enjoyed Saylor's Park, and we enjoyed walking around and looking at these kilns right behind me. And we will be back. We hope that you continue watching.
You know, I like Saylor's Park, and I like seeing these kilns, but you know what the best part was? I didn't have to do any research. It was all in the plaques.
Chris, I am gonna get you good next time.